it's Nym and welcome back to the channel. Today we are renovating one of the apartments. We are going, obviously we are in San Marino. Now we are going to the Jasmine Suite. No, not the Jasmine Suite. Culpeper, also not, where is it? There we go, yeah, the Medina Studio Apartments. And we're gonna do 9-10 Medina Studios. This is a tiny apartment, so we're gonna see what we end up doing. Should be fun. Hello guys, this is voiceover Nym. It's been a while since I've done a voiceover. I believe the last time I did a voiceover was obviously on my main channel, but that was when I still made speed build, so that was like almost a year ago. It's been almost a year since I did a voiceover. Oh, I hope I still know how to do it. It feels like one of those skills that you never really, forget, just like riding a bike. Once you know how to ride a bike, you will always know how to ride a bike. It's just as plain simple as that. And I used to do voiceovers of like 30 or 40 minutes, so I'm guessing I can do 12, hopefully. So let me just walk you through my ideas. We are here in this tiny little apartment that obviously needs a lot of TLC because it's not the best apartment. So we are going to use relatively cheap appliances or countertops. I don't know when this update came because I haven't played The Sims in quite a very long time. But they do give the pretty crappy countertops a really awesome color, so that's pretty cool. So we're gonna use that. Same with the upper cabinets. They have really awesome colors right now, and I really think this matches. Obviously, we need to have a smoke alarm. That's like mandatory law now in my country. So I felt like in the Sims apartments, I should probably do that as well. Also reminds me that I still need to install my smoke alarm in real life. Note to self. Please install your smoke alarm because you already had water damage. Probably not gonna be a long while until there's no smoke damage. Knowing me, because I have a very bad, I wouldn't say bad karma, just a very bad luck. Anyways, we are now fixing up this kitchen. We are gonna use a lot of packs. I'm very sorry. I mean, it's part of my, what is it called? A save file? Yeah, that's the correct word. It's part of my save file, this apartment. And I can already tell you, if you do not own all the packs, my save file is not for you. And I know a lot of people don't own all the packs, so I'm very, very sorry. This probably won't be the save file for you, because I do own all the packs, and not because EA is sponsoring me, they do not. I've tried that in the beginning, but they don't do that, so fine, whatever EA. Have it your way. I would be a really cool content creator, but still. It's just, I'm a bit of a hoarder and I have this collection rage. So once I start with something, I need to have it. Same, I have a lot of Funko Pops, right? I have every Funko Pop that's there of the Joker. And now I can't just do that. So someone bought me a Batman Funko Pop and I'm like, oh man, I better not start collecting all the Batmans. And luckily I'm not doing that. But the urge is there. So that's can't be just me, right? So going back to the actual speed build, we are now just fixing up this kitchen. I don't want to put a desk in this apartment, given the fact that it's already very small and I actually plan to clutter it up a lot. So I thought, you know what? A laptop on the counter space, that's good as well. And like I said in the introduction, I envisioned a student living here from Mount Kobayashi. I do hope I remember that correctly. I didn't fact check what Snowy Escape World is actually called, but I believe it was called something like that. And I feel like, when you're a student, you probably don't have the most fanciest computer. At least I didn't when I was a student. I didn't have the most fanciest computer. I had like a pretty crappy desktop and a pretty crappy laptop. So, and my laptop was on purpose that it was pretty bad because I knew that if I were to buy a gaming laptop, I would only play games in class and would not listen to my professors. So that was on purpose. So I envisioned the student probably doing the same thing. It's just, I don't know what the real college experience is like because I never really had it because I went to college like 10 minutes from where I lived. So didn't really need the entire college experience. I just needed to get good grades. Because I didn't like going to college and I just wanted to work. And now that I'm actually working, I want to go back to college because life was so much easier back then. But this is not a podcast about how terrible my life is right now. It is a podcast, or actually a speed build, about this amazing little apartment because look at the color combination. It's so cute. And at this point I was wondering whether I should use like cat stuff as well or not, because I was like, you know what, I could use like a kitty litter and a scratching pool in this apartment, and then you could have a cat. But then I realized, you know what, if you want a cat, just get it yourself. I didn't feel like this was the place for a pet, so we didn't. And instead of that, we put a plant there. We did a little cute painting thing on the wall, which I actually really like. And then we tried to decide on this bedrock, and I decided that perhaps the blue one was a little bit of freshness that we needed, because even though I love the brown one very much, it wasn't the vibe that I was going for. If I used the brown rock, it felt like the entire apartment was getting even smaller than it already was, and I didn't need that really. So right now I'm checking out some couches, and I had in mind, you know, a student lives here, so it's not going to be the finest of finest quality, and the yellow was just not the vibe, so we were going for this one, and I believe this is from the Dream Creator Pack. What was it called? Where you could be like an interior designer, that stuff. And then the rock. Oh my gosh, it was so difficult to find the correct rock for this. In the end, we're going with this. It does make the living room very beige, so we're gonna fix that by placing this chair in there with some lights. And realistically, you know, that's like the electric cabinet there, so it's very easy to move that out of the way if needed. And we're gonna use this little onion ottoman as well, which I find is really cute and actually kind of reminds me a bit of Overwatch, a game that I also play. And I wanted this speaker and what was it called? Like the Xbox computer thing. And obviously we needed a closet. Now I was wondering where to place it, and I thought, you know what, I'll do it like this, because that way we'll have like this kind of built-in closet idea. Plus we have this little corner in the bathroom where we can put a perfect shower in a moment. And obviously we need some skill building items, so we're going for a guitar, a little bit of a telescope. And then it was just a matter of fact of making the walls look pretty, which was rather difficult because these apartments have such tall wall height. Now I know why I almost never renovate apartments, because the wall height is insanely high. So I chose just to ignore that for now and just pretend that it was normal wall height. Because realistically, in game, you're not gonna notice it, like you really aren't. And here I was trying to make this bookcase look, you know, a little bit more filled up. Didn't really work. And that's that. I was wondering whether I should put a yoga mat or not, and then I realized how big that was and I was like, nope, let's not, please no. So I believe right now, after we place the mirror down, it is time that we go into the bathroom. Yes, there we are. Just a simple shower, nothing too fancy. And then we are, I was a little bit difficult with the window there because everyone can see you going to the bathroom, so we are going to place a curtain there, and we are also going to do the laundry bit, so we're going to place like a washer dryer in there, just because I felt you know, it needs to be a little bit realistic. And I know a lot of people hate the laundry pack in The Sims 4, but I actually really like it. I like watching my Sims do laundry, and then I don't feel the need to do my own laundry that much. Perhaps that's it, but I really like it. It's a bit of recognition, I feel. Like, life is tough. You need to do a lot of things. That is so true. So here I realized we need some more art on this wall. So I put a lot of art that I felt like could go from the snowy escape world. You know, maybe this student brought it back from home to her new city apartment. Something like that. Here is the little curtain. Obviously, you don't want the entire world seeing you on the toilet. And then we had to choose a color of flooring. Now, this color of flooring actually, actually the other one. I decided this one looked way better with the furniture, but the other one looked way more like my own flooring in my own house. And here we are just trying to decide on the colors. Usually I go with one accent wall and that's it. But for this apartment, I felt like, you know what? It is a really tiny apartment, so you're probably gonna need a lot of colors to make it look bright and everything. And now we are just placing some walls and columns to make sure that the kitchen looks a little bit more fancier by placing this trim there. And I actually really like the way that it looks. So in a few seconds I will hand you off to past Nym again, and she will give you a little tour of the apartment. So we're just gonna place this curtain. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will get you to the tour of the actual apartment. There, and we're done with our little apartment. I actually quite like it. I'm really happy with it. So let me give you a little tour. I envisioned a young student from Mount Komarashi living in here. Is that the right name? The world that came with Snowy Escape. I imagined her living here. So you walk in, a little bit of a mailbox, coat rack, shoe thingy, bit. Ooh, you see it in the floor. That's weird. A little bit of a hallway table, even though there isn't really a hallway. Then you go into the kitchen, which I really like because it has like these pillars, so it looks a little bit fancier. Basic appliances. Didn't want to go overboard with that. It does have a little bit of a fancy fridge, but I feel like it fitted in there. Laptop at the counter, because, you know, why did you need a desk? A little bit of a drinking area. Now in here, there is actually the bedroom. It's like a studio apartment, obviously. And I really like this. I like this. I've never actually used this bed before, but I really like it. I like this thing with the mural paintings as well. A nightstand that also is like, in my mind, it is also a dresser. I don't think it is in game actually, but still. Then here's the bathroom. Very simple, shower, toilet, sink. Did put a curtain, otherwise everyone can see you sitting on the toilet. We don't need that. Washing area as well, dryer and washer, just because there isn't really any space to hang your laundry here. And then we have the living room with telescope, which you can look outside with. I mean, isn't that a lovely view? And I actually really like it. Now, bear in mind, this apartment is under TLC. As you can see here, it needs love. It does have mice, it has other things. That's okay. You could even put a cat in here. You can just remove this and then put a crouching pole here, and then you can even have a cat or a dog, but I prefer cats. So I hope you like this little apartment. I certainly did, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to know. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye guys.